What is going on today, guys? If you're still watching this based off of already being subscribed, you may have noticed a few changes on this recording. We do not have the backdrop up, so you are able to see what is behind me. I would like to try to do that because I felt like the backdrop was causing me to blend in just a little bit. And we now have our microphone right here rather than on my desk, so hopefully the audio is a lot higher quality now. I had to go purchase that mic stand, but without further ado, we are here with Mon Bazou. I have been, doing this one a little bit on Twitch. We have not made it too far in the game, even though it may look like it. If you've ever seen Mon Bazou, you know that we are not far at all. We've got the wheels off the BMW. We got a little bit of rust fixed on the BMW, and we have put coilovers on the front and the back, but we have not done the brakes on the back yet. We still don't have a manual transmission. Really and truly, we're not that far at all. We were only like maybe 3 or 4 episodes in. I'm gonna say maybe 3 at the most. What we did focus on though was the maple syrup production. So we do have a really good maple syrup factory down the road, which is exciting. I really would hate to start over from zero on this game because it is so excruciatingly long. And honestly, I've done a lot of work, but I haven't made it that far yet. We still don't even have the air compressor, so. But we'll pick up where we left off at, and it is Sunday. So if you've ever watched Mon Bazou playthroughs, you know that we cannot really go to town and do anything today. It appears we have a full jug of maple syrup, so we will most likely try to burn a little bit of this real fast, produce some maple syrup until we get to our Monday where we can actually go do something, because there's not much you can do on Sundays so far. Other than that, I really like the game. If you haven't ever watched this before, it is basically a street racing at nighttime game, but you live out here in Canada. You have to make a living somehow, and the way we do it is maple syrup. We can sell maple syrup and we can sell firewood, and then we slowly but surely will build our car to be what we want it to be, which I'm not sure what color we'll do with it just yet. There will be a junkyard that we can unlock eventually, and there will be a racetrack that we can unlock eventually. But we can go out at nighttime and we can street race. And if you're curious as to what this is, if you've never seen the game before, this is a portable, a vacuum pump, not a portable vacuum pump, but a vacuum pump that you get when you start the game. So none of this was purchased by me. This is just the stuff you get when you start out. But these blue hoses, they connect to the trees, and it will slowly but surely pump a little bit at a time. And we actually have some trees that are growing, so we can actually add a few more trees to our little maple syrup factory. And the way that you do that is you just grab these things right here, and you simply put it on the tree, and then you connect your hoses, and it will give you more maple syrup production. The more maple syrup we have, the better off we are, because we sell each barrel for probably around $200. Also, another thing is trees do not grow back. That is something that I was not aware of when I first started the game. So I didn't mean to do that. I did not prepare as good as I should have as far as trees go. I should have planted a little more than I did, but that's fine. We do have an abundant amount of pine trees up towards the house that we can use for firewood until we're able to get on the electrical grid, which takes $20,000, which is ridiculous for some reason. I don't know why. they decided to make it so extremely expensive to get on the electrical grid. Then you need about another 17,000 for you to be able to not have to use firewood to heat up your maple syrup. Once you get to that level, I'm sure money is not a problem. It really seems like once you get to a level like that, you'll be able to have money. But the problem here is, you know, being able to get that much money. And the game really makes you grind it out a lot. These barrels take forever to fill up. We can go sell them on Monday, make a little bit of money, and we will get paid on every Sunday a check for what we were able to produce during the week. And what that means is whenever I sell a barrel for $200, I get paid that day for $200, but I will also get $200 on Sunday. So if we can sell $6,000 worth of barrels throughout the week, we'll get another $6,000 on Sunday. I don't know how long that will last, because it does state that eventually you will not be getting paid for that. So we're just going to grind out this maple syrup real fast. I just wanted you guys to see exactly what we were doing. I'm going to do a little bit of this off camera because it is boring and repetitive. And once Monday comes back around, we will hop back into this. All right, guys. So we are currently gathering a little bit of wood for our sugar shack down the road. I didn't know how many of you have ever seen this, so I wanted to show you how the mechanics work on this game. Everything is pretty in-depth on this. So you have to turn it on. You have to make sure there's gas in it. You crank it up. And then you take your log and you split it. So this is what we'll be doing for the next probably 30 minutes, honestly. And then we'll go to sleep, and that's when we'll pick back up on Monday. But if you were just curious as to what I was doing and how I was getting the wood because you've never played the game, this is what you have to do. So I actually grew these trees right here behind the house a while back, and you really want to make sure you grow trees because they do not grow back on their own. But I did it like this to make it a little bit easier for me, so I don't have to just go around the woods and try to find random trees that are already grown. Then I have to tote this thing on the truck with me, and it's a lot of headache. There's a lot of stuff you have to do in this game, and you don't want to add to it if you don't have to. So after you split up all these logs, you then have to take and throw them into the back of the truck. So when I say that this game has a lot of grinding that will be cut out during this series, I really do mean it, because if I was to record all the grinding at one time, then honestly I could record an hour-long video of me just doing this, because it takes so long just to get anything done. So we'll cut out majority of stuff like this. You know, I'll show a little bit of it because it is part of the game, but I don't plan to show a lot of it. And we do have a flashlight at nighttime. That is another little cool feature of this game that I do like. Alright guys, so we have worked almost all night on this. We've got 4 barrels of maple syrup cooked. They are $200 a piece. We went through a lot of our firewood that we got yesterday, or we got earlier today. We'll go ahead and load these up in our truck, and what we'll do is we'll go home and we'll go to sleep. And then tomorrow when we wake up, well, I guess it'll be today, it'll just be later on in the day, we'll go to town and we'll get us a little bit of gas because I know we need some, and we'll sell this maple syrup off. If you've never played, then you probably don't know this, but the reason I have so many barrels, even though I can only sell a little bit of them at a time, is because when you sell them, they have to stay at the distillery for a whole business day. So I try to keep extra barrels on me. That way, while these are at the distillery, I still can make more throughout the week. So we've got us a little setup here. We'll turn that off, turn that on, turn our lights off, and we'll wake up in the morning and most likely we'll make at least $800 off of this little bit of maple syrup that we have. If you've ever played The Sims or anything, then you'll understand what this is, but our maple syrup up there in the top corner, let's go ahead and change our shirt real fast though. We haven't changed shirts in a while. Our maple syrup up there in the top corner is like basically our thirst. And you can buy these little bottles right here and you can drink them and your thirst will basically replenish. This is our food. So we have to keep an eye on that because if we don't, we will die. I don't know if anybody was explaining that in the beginning or not, but we're going to take a little bit of our weed joints because we do have a nice little weed plant back here, which I need to check on. I don't think I never planted them. Oh, so I did get 2 seeds. Okay. So we actually need to grab our shovel. The last time I played this game, I believe it had a glitch and my seeds were not reproducing. Every time I would plant something, you know, you would expect that you would get a duplicated seed, but I did not. So we are a little bit behind on our plant progress, but that's not too bad. We can harvest that, make joints out of it, and we can actually sell those to our people in our neighborhood. So we're gonna ride down to our brother's house real fast. You have friendships, and once you get those friendships up to a certain level, those guys give you something. Our brother will be giving us an air compressor, which will make things a lot easier at the shop. And you can only speak to these people 1 time a day, so you've got about 50 days that you have to speak with these people. And I always forget about the parking brake, guys. I will never remember the parking brake. I will always have problems with that. But we're gonna ride down to our brother Francis's house, say hey to him, get our friendship level up with him 1 more bar, and then we'll make our way into town. Stop by the gas station, speak to those guys. That is how we will eventually get the junkyard. I'm not sure when we actually get the junkyard, but when we do, we can get a manual transmission for our car, and that will make things a lot better as well. Then we can kind of start street racing. So you see how we now have 36 with him. Tomorrow we will have 37 and so on. So it's really important that you keep up with your friendships on this game, because if you don't, you will definitely get far behind. But let's see if Mr. Francis over here wants to buy a little bit of joints from us. He does smoke the grass a little bit. There we go. Okay, so he bought it. They don't always buy it. Where is my truck? Tell me how that happened. Tell me how that happened. Like, for real, honestly. Like, how did it get down here so fast? At least we do have our barrels still. That, guys, is why you use the parking brake. Because stuff like that, that could have definitely been bad. Alright, so we have made it back to our maple syrup distillery, and we will put these up here. Why can't I sell them? They are closed. What time do they open? Wow, how is it so late in the day? Did we sleep a lot longer than I expected? See, this is where mistakes happen. This is where you make mistakes. Honestly, it's not gonna hurt for us to leave these barrels here. And it is a very big task to drive with these barrels in the back of your truck. They will not despawn, so we will probably just leave these here. It didn't really hurt us any that I made that mistake. we'll just pick up these empty ones that we do have, and we'll go back to the house. We really need to get to the gas station though. Hopefully we get there in time to speak to I can't remember their names. Oh my goodness. See what I was saying about it being a task? Everything you do in this game, I love the game. I really do. The game is great. I think it's a single developer. Great game, but I swear everything you do is just such a task. You really work for everything that you have in this game. We are not far from the gas station, but I think it closes at 17. Nope, they are still in there, so that is good for us. We've got half a tank in the truck, so we will run in here. We will speak to these guys real fast before they close. There's nothing here that I think we need. Actually, you know what? I think we might need one more of these. Just because we are getting low. But we do need to grab gas for our generator, because if we don't, we are definitely going to run out, because on Sundays you can't get gas. So I'm still running off of what I've gotten Saturday. And the store is closed. So that's definitely not great. We'll just go back home, work a little bit until we run out of electricity. You know, I don't know how long that'll be. We made it back to our little bit of a sugar shack we have here, which is our maple syrup factory. This is where we make it at, which is what I was explaining earlier. Got the barrels back here, and we are just going to repeat the process that we have been pretty much doing for the past hour. You have to throw your logs in here. I mean, the details in this game are what really make this game what it is. You know, the fact that you have to put your newspaper in there to start the fire that's a detail that most people probably would have never added to the game. I think it's the small stuff that really makes a difference on these games. I love simulation games like this, but I am very, very ready to be able to work on our car a little bit. Honestly, I've put hours into this game and we haven't done anything to the car. But basically, you'll watch this gauge. It'll go all the way around, and when it gets to about the 7, it'll start boiling, and we are actually able to drink maple syrup straight out of this. So we do not have to purchase $7 maple syrup every single time that we get thirsty. So that is a good thing to have. Honestly, if you're going to play this game, you need the sugar shack. Work on this as soon as possible. Get this thing done. Dedicate your firewood to the sugar shack. You do make good money with Francis, but you will need that firewood. I'm telling you guys, you will need the firewood. So don't sell him every single piece of firewood that you get, because you will begin to regret that. Because honestly, you know, the trees, they don't grow back, and a lot of people don't know that. And I said that earlier, and that's why I planted those trees, because you really have to think about the future with this game a lot. But we're going to grind out this maple syrup the rest of the night. I'm going to try to knock in a little bit early tonight, because I don't want to sleep through the whole day like I did yesterday. That was a mistake that I made, and I wish I'd have been paying attention, but I definitely wasn't. So we kind of made a mistake and messed up the entire day. Alright guys, we are essentially done messing with the maple syrup factory for tonight. We will head on down to the house, go to sleep. And we will get that stuff sold in the morning. I think we're going to make a pretty big amount of money this week. I'm excited about that. I cannot see at night at all on this game. I'm telling you, I just cannot see at all. Thankfully, our generator had enough gas in it to continue to run, because without the generator, we would not be able to produce maple syrup, because all of our electricity runs off of that generator. So we're going to go in here and knock out so we can wake up pretty early in the morning. and we'll go back down and we'll pick those barrels up and we'll get them sold. So it seems like that's a good time to go to sleep because we get a lot of daytime to get started on this syrup. We are getting low on fuel right now, so it's a good thing we were able to get started at a good time today. And I think I left the daggone parking brake on. I'm telling you, that parking brake really irritates me so much on this game. And the reason I drive so slow, by the way, is because you will flip your truck very easy. And it is a costly issue when you flip your truck, because I actually ended up with my truck on a roof not too long ago, and I had to pay $99 to get it back. They had to retrieve it with the here, we'll start a little bit of this real quick. They had to retrieve it with a tow truck. We'll get in here real quick and throw a few pieces of wood in here. You need at least 2 pieces for this to get hot enough. Another cool little feature about this game, though, is you do have radio, a working radio. So you can sit in here peacefully and listen to your music and cook your maple syrup. I love the details in the game, guys. When this game is like updated again, I'm so excited to see what they will bring. But I'll turn that off because I'm not sure if you guys can hear me talk. But we'll let this boil real quick, and when it starts boiling, we'll throw another piece of wood in it. We don't have much syrup. See, it's a very slow process, because right now it's too cold for our factory to draw in syrup. But we'll let this start boiling, and when it does, we'll throw in another piece of firewood, because it'll burn while we're gone and probably produce us another barrel full. I think we have about $1,200 worth of barrels right now. So we're getting close to boiling temperatures on this. We have 3 more barrels to go, and then we have completed all of our barrels. But I do not know if we can produce 3 more barrels today or not. So that is boiling now. I will go ahead and throw 2 more logs in, and hopefully that doesn't burn out while we are gone. You have to be very careful of that ditch right there, because if you get stuck in that ditch, it is a very big pain to get your truck out of it. Remember to put my parking brake on this time. The reason I come and I walk down to him is because his driveway is extremely aggravating, and it's just easier for me to run to him. So we've got our friendship up with him again. Let's see where we are at on that. So we are at 37. That's not that bad. It's not that bad, guys. Once we get to 50, we can definitely work on this car a lot more. Because right now we have a wrench, and it takes a long time to take a bolt out. And I really do not like working on the car with just a wrench. feel like these episodes will definitely be a lot more interesting as well once you are able to work on the car and do a little bit of stuff with the car. Right now, you know, in the beginning, it's just, oh, they don't open until 9. I mean, they don't open until 12 o'clock, so we do need to pick up more food though. Maybe we won't worry about it today. Just depends on what we're doing once 12 o'clock comes around. So we're gonna go ahead and pour some gas in our jug. This is the kind of stuff you have to worry about on this game. You got your hunger, you got your gas. Definitely do not want to run out of gas. I feel like every second counts on this game, and if you have ran out of gas and you can't produce maple syrup, it is definitely going to hurt you a little bit.
Hey, hein, fais-tu assez beau avec un peu aujourd'hui? Yes, sir. Ah, merci d'être venu. Bonne journée.
Oh, I activated it. I thought I was deactivating it. So, if you notice, he said that he did not like ghillies. It seems to me like there's a little bit of a neighborhood feud going on. Maybe Gillies, or however you say his name, doesn't too much enjoy these guys having a racetrack. And that's why we no longer have the racetrack. So essentially, we're working hard to build a race car and open up the racetrack, is what I'm gathering from this. So yeah, we made $1,200 off of that so far. We do have a few more items we need to buy, because we can expand our maple syrup factory just a little bit. I'm not sure how much one tree matters in this game, but we do have a couple trees. Let's see how much this is. 9,000 to upgrade to another tank. But we are going to head back to the house, honestly, and check on our maple syrup and see how that's going. See if maybe we can get the rest of those barrels done before the end of today, and then we can pick up all of our barrels tomorrow, so that'd be pretty good. Alright guys, so we are on the way back to the sugar shack. It's a little bit of a different time right now. I had a family emergency happen and I had to leave my computer running, so but anyways, we got everything handled, everything's okay. So we're back up here at the sugar shack, and we are going to continue to connect some of these trees real quick. Before we do that though, I would like to see if I need to light any logs, which I'm sure I probably do. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and light these up. Get that cooking real quick. Trying to remember exactly what I was doing. We got those connected. Are these good? Okay, so these are not done growing yet, so we can't connect those. That tree is probably too far away, but we've already taken that out. So we'll stick it to that tree because we know we're gonna go to it later. Eventually we will get to that one. So we'll connect these real quick. Maybe this will help us out a little bit. I'll try to connect to that one. I do not think I'll be able to. Yeah, that's a little bit too far. But we can probably go from here to here, and from here to here. Okay. So we got a couple extra trees now. That's always good. Throw this back in the truck. Man, I did not mean to do that. Now I gotta keep up with one of those. It's okay, we'll stick it on the desk. I'm assuming since we went to town, we most likely did speak to our brother Francis. I would assume we did. I'm gonna say we did. I usually swing by his house every morning, so the fire is looking good. That log did not catch for some reason. We'll drink us a little bit of maple syrup to get that taken care of. What do we have going on? So we took the other barrels. Okay, yep. So we took the other barrels. These trees, I planted those a while back. These are for firewood as well. So I think we pretty much got everything done that we can do. Besides grinding out a little bit of this syrup. Because we don't want to purchase car parts. Which I guess we could. We do have a little bit of extra money. We could throw some paint on the BMW. I just don't know what color I want to do. Go ahead and fill our generator up as well. Because I know we are low on fuel. The generator actually takes more gas than you can actually carry in your gas jug, so that's always a little bit of a headache. See, we weren't even empty on the generator and still couldn't fill it up with a 100% full gas jug. What color would look good though? I'm not sure. Would a red look good? Maybe maybe if we do red, we'll do a bright red, but I think I might just do blue. But we will go uptown and we'll look at a few of the we'll go make our own custom color. How about that? That's what we'll do. We'll go make our own little custom color and we'll get that BMW painted up, even though we do not have the front bumper. But I mean, I don't think that really matters too much. You know, it'll be okay. We'll paint the bumper when we get it. We are back in the backside of the gas station where you can actually mix your own color. I think a bright blue would be pretty cool. So we will buy us a few cans of that. What happened? Why does that look like that? 0985FF. 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 Oh, it doesn't save the color. Okay, 0985FF. We'll go ahead and get 3 cans just in case we ever need it. What color is this? Is this black? I don't know what color that is. But we do have these. We need to get them in the truck before they close.
Ah ben t'es bien fait.
Get us a clear coat. Oh, I dropped that on the outside of the truck. It's okay. I can't tell if that is black. I do not believe that it is a full black. But we will go ahead and grab us a full black. And I think we needed one more rust repair kit. I think. I do not want to buy any of this stuff because we have that guy that comes around town on Saturdays. And he has a lot nicer parts. So I'll probably just wait on him and get better parts from him. Let's see if the snack shack is still open. And it is. So we will run in here and grab as many of these as we can because we are getting low. I don't know how long they'll stay open, so I'm just going to throw those outside. Put those in the back of the truck. Once we get our car put together, though, we can do the nighttime street racing, and I think that'll be pretty fun. It's going to be a long time before we're able to ever get inside of the racetrack, though. I love the church bells. I do like that. Oh Lord, I just ran over the rabbit. I've actually never hit the rabbit before. I always assumed that you could never hit it. So we are going to probably drop this stuff off, get this car painted up, and make it look fantastic. Guys, I'm not entirely sure what happened, but somehow I have lost one of the blue spray paints. I don't know if it flew out of the truck while we were driving here or what, but sometimes spray paint seems to just disappear. I guess it's just a glitch right now. We're going to use that, and we'll just, hopefully, we might have enough. We might. We are going to definitely try. Alright, so we've got, I think that's a pretty nice color. I like that color. Yeah, I think this is going to be a really nice color. And we might have enough to do the whole car. As long as I do not waste any. Yep, because I think I'm going to leave the rest of it black. There we go. I think that's looking fantastic, guys. So we are going to pop out the black. I really like a BMW when you do it like this. Never tried blue though. It's usually, I always usually do red. But I wanted to try something different. I think the last time I played this game I did a primer gray color. I wish you could get rid of the is this gloss? I wish you could get rid of the trim on the side. Give her a nice glossy paint job. I think personally that looks fantastic, especially when we start replacing the hood and the trunk with more carbon fiber pieces. Is there anything on the interior that I can paint? I don't know what I'm spraying right there. Close that door. Obviously, we will probably want to paint those calipers to match. Oh, and we are out of paint. That's not a problem though. We can take that back to the place tomorrow and fill it back up. We are going to run these back into the house real fast. Probably knock out for some sleep here soon because we are getting low on energy and it's getting late into the night. We don't want to do like last time and oversleep. Throw these right here in the fridge. I know the fridge doesn't do anything. I like the idea of the fridge, so I just use it. I think it's a pretty cool little feature that they added to the game. So we'll close that. Knock it down a little bit of maple syrup, and we will head to bed and get back at it in the morning. Well, I was on my way to the sugar shack, and look what I found. I found one of our cans of paint, so we do not have to go back and get it. But we still have to go to town anyways, because I've got to go sell some of this maple syrup that we have made over here, and we've got to pick up the other barrels that we have waiting on us. We'll probably like light up a little bit more wood in here. Let this burn while we're gone. This thing right here is a constant. You constantly have to make sure that you're doing it. It's like something you constantly have to do. So we've got this one. It's 11 o'clock. I think I've got time to probably get this barrel right here done. So we'll probably knock that out real quick and then head into town. So I'll go ahead and get that taken care of, and then we'll pick back up when I get into town. Alright guys, so we were able to get that other barrel taken care of. we're gonna run by, speak to our brother Francis, go ahead and get that relationship up a little bit more. Probably head into town, sell these barrels, bring some more barrels back to the house, and probably try to finish up the brake calipers on the BMW, since I did find that other can of paint after all. So here we are at Francis's, gonna check in with him real quick. What's up, faceless bro? We should be at level 40. No, not quite. So we've got, what, 12 more to go. 12 more days, and then we can really start cranking down on that that BMW a little bit more. But Saturday, we'll be able to go to the performance shop and get us a few more parts as well, because we do have enough money. Is my parking brake on? Okay. I felt like my parking brake was on just then. You know, I really do like this map. I like how it's not that far away to get to town, but it is a little bit of a task to go to town. They made it where, you know, going to town felt like you actually had to go to town. It makes you not want to forget stuff. So our gas station, I know, is open longer than the distillery. I'm not sure exactly when the distillery does close. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure what it is. I'm just calling it a distillery. I don't know what it is. Maple syrup factory. But anyways, we need to get there before they close. And I'm not sure what time they close. But so far we've made 1,200. This is another 400, so we've done 1,600 in barrels this week. I do want to look in here as well and see if maybe there is something I can get to help speed the process up without having to have electricity. But I don't think that there is. So we've got all these barrels that we can pick up. We still have one at the shop. These are definitely going to be a pain in the butt to get home with, but we'll make it happen. Probably need to stand them up like so. Make transporting them a little bit easier. And let's run in here and see if there's something we can get. So we need grid power for that. 13,000. I wonder how much this sells for. What do you guys think? Oh my god. Is there something you think we should do different? If I'm not doing something right with the maple syrup, I mean, you can definitely let me know. But I feel like this is the only way we can make money, because I don't want to sell my wood to my brother because I need it to burn it for the maple syrup. But I feel like really and truly this is all we pretty much have right now, because I can't make french fries or anything either. How much gas do we have? Got a quarter of a tank. We'll be alright. We'll go ahead and get some gas in this though. I probably waste so much fuel not turning my truck off, but honestly I get so aggravated turning it back on that I'd just rather leave it all on the whole time. The old truck's been good to me though. Good thing we don't have mechanical issues yet in the game. I'm sure they might add something like that later on though. Alright, so let's go talk to old Jaquez. Oh, we got the scrapyard unlocked, guys. That is great. That means we can go get the transmission. The manual transmission. That's a great start to today. So we've officially pretty much unlocked the manual transmission at this point, and that's a big step. We'll probably go get that on the next episode though. That's gonna be big. That's gonna be a big difference there. I wish it wasn't so expensive to do everything on the game. I mean, 20,000 for grid power is a lot. And I think if I remember correct, it's like 70,000 to unlock the racetrack. I mean, it's a ridiculous amount. And if I don't soon start making more money, then we won't have more. We won't have the ability to be able to do all that. We're gonna run in here, pop this off real quick. Fill this bad boy up, probably save the game and call it a day on this one. We definitely made a lot of progress, even if it seems like we didn't. We did a lot of the middleman stuff today. We got a lot further than you guys probably think we did. At this point, the only thing we need now is the air compressor, and we'll be getting that soon, but we'll go pick up that transmission tomorrow or next episode, and we'll get that thrown in the car, and then hopefully Saturday we can pick up a few parts for it and go out that night and race. That'll be pretty fun, I think. But anyways, guys, if you like this series so far, it's Mon Bazou. We haven't made it too far into, you know, modifying the cars and stuff just yet. But when we get to that point, this will be a very, very fun series. So I think that if you enjoy working on cars, you should definitely give this one right here a subscription and stick around, because we are going to build this car from the ground up and go win some street races with it, guys. I think that's probably the best explanation of this game so far. But anyways, guys, take it easy. We'll see you on the next one.